This is Dave from cheapbooks.com. I am playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is a German Tier 8 medium tank called the Indien Panzer, and the map is called Pearl River. Now for this map, it's a medium tank. It's got a reasonable speed. You can pretty much go wherever you want to go on the map, but I do want to engage the enemy, and I know that there's going to be a battle here in the middle, so I'm going to head for the middle. And because I'm one of the first ones to arrive, I'll be able to get a good front position. If you are not the first to arrive, you have to sit and wait behind your teammates. Looks like there's 2 enemy tanks that have already arrived. And unfortunately I can't help out that A-44 yet.
Enemy armor is damaged. Critical hit. We lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode. One of our tracks is damaged. We didn't even scratch them.
Gotta do some repairs here.
Penetration. Enemy armor is hit.
Come on, buddy. Back up again. A little bit more cautious now.
Critical hit.
Come on, buddy. Back up. I tried to track him, but it didn't work. Ah, miss.
Penetration. Critical hit.
Well, you got a problem now. 234. I'm gonna hit your gun.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Critical hit.
So I tracked him. Hit the gun.
Critical hit.
You want to hit that gun and hear him say, critical hit.
Critical hit.
You want to hit that gun and track him.
Critical hit. We didn't even scratch them.
Now's the time to run.
Target acquired.
I don't know what happened there, but I know I'm going to hit him again.
Enemy armor. We're dead.
Oh, somebody flanked me. Somebody flanked me. You can see that there's a tank that's behind. Well, he disappeared now. But there was a tank behind me, and there were 2 tanks in front of me. Now, some of those shots, maybe 3 of the shots, or 4 of the shots, I shot at the tracks on purpose. I honestly had no clue as to the situation regarding my allies. And obviously, if you track a tank, and you've got artillery, and you've got lots of allies, then it's a big problem for the enemy if he doesn't have a repair kit, because he can't pull back to hide. But it didn't seem to bother them. I hit the gun on some of those tanks, and when you hit that gun, you aim right for the gun. If you knock out that gun, it makes it take longer for him to reload. And if he has to spend more time reloading, which will be double the time, then that means that he can take half as many shots at you. So that's why I always aim for the gun. And ideally you want to get the gunner too. The gunner, is that little hole to the left. You see he's got a hole on the left of his gun. And you just shoot for that. Every tank, let's see if we can see it here. Over here you see a little circle on the left. You want to aim straight into the barrel. Knock that out and aim for that hole on your second shot. And if you do that, in theory, you could get the load time to be a quarter of the speed. So if he's got a 10-second reload, he might go down to 40 seconds. And if he can't repair his tank and his crewman, then he's going to have big problems. So let's see if I succeeded at that. It's a very good technique. And it's ideal. You can use it up against heavy tanks, no problem. So I was number 1 on my team for damage and for experience. I had only 5 penetrations out of 15 hits. Let's see if I succeeded. As you can see, this is the T-34. I knocked out the gun. And over here, I knocked out the radio and the track. It's weird. I don't understand why it's in yellow versus in red. I would assume that hitting it in red probably produces more damage. It is possible to knock out the gun so hard that it becomes inoperable. Excuse me. Okay, so that Object 416 who was doing the side scraping maneuver, I was getting a lot of penetrations. I should have kept on nailing him. I would have killed him off sooner. Killing off a tank is very important. You always want to go after the weakest tank. The other thing is, even though I shoot for the gun, the best way to really get an advantage is to hit the collar of the turret, which is right under the turret, so that he can't aim his gun. His gun will work, but he can't aim it. That's a huge problem, meaning that it's stuck. The turret won't turn. Okay, so I thought this was a really good game for me, even though we had a defeat. I don't know how they did so well. It looks like we had a lot of 0 players on the team who made no connections. I'm shocked. He fired 4. He fired 4. He fired 0. He fired 0. He fired 2. Okay, so I'm going to get into another battle. Obviously, I can add some equipment to this tank, so I'm going to check out to see what's here. The medium caliber tank gun rammer. The coated optics are really good. You really want to have coated optics on your tank, so you have an advantage, a viewing advantage to your viewing range. I think I'm going to purchase it. I've been hesitant to buy equipment. I didn't want to spend any money. Let's see how my gun is. 259, 237. So there is a better gun. Oh, I should check that out. This is 7.7 rate of fire, 8.3. It's faster. Oh yeah, that's a better gun. It's got a faster rate of fire, more rounds per minute. And the average penetration, 212, 259. This is 203, 237. And for damage, okay, I gotta get that. It's going to give me a little bit of an advantage. 237, 212. Yeah, definitely want to get that. Let's see how much it would cost. It would cost me $2.50 to get that right now. The other option is I could play perhaps 13,000 EXP. Would be like 5 games. 5 days worth of playing or something like that. The radio, 415, 720. Now, somehow, this is how you can do it. You'll notice over here it says compatible vehicles. It says Indian, oh, you can highlight it. Indien Panzer and the Leopard Prototype A. What that means is that this gun is compatible with 2 different vehicles. If I research it on this vehicle, the Indien Panzer, that means with my Leopard Prototype A, I'd also be able to use the same gun without researching it. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the Leopard Prototype A, which is the next tank. Okay. So it is, researching it takes me to this future tank, which means that it's not a tank that I already have. It's a tank that I can't get right now, which is unfortunate. But it's a cool feature. It's cool to be able to buy a gun or any piece of equipment and use it on more than one tank. I am going to pay for camouflage for 7 days. Camouflage gives you a little bit of an advantage, especially if you're hiding. On a game like this, on a map like this, it will probably be good because I'm a lower tier tank and I definitely want to hide more. Excuse me. This is the Indien Panzer. The map here is Cliff. And what I'm probably going to do is head for that lighthouse over there, which you can't see. I'm probably going to head for that lighthouse. I'm going to go a small portion of the way up to try out a spot. I'm going to spot enemy tanks, take shots at them. And here we go.
Let's get this show on the road.
I'm a tier 8 in a tier 10 battle, which means that those tanks could easily destroy me in one shot. So I have to stay away from those tier 10 tanks. So as you can see, the AMX-30, that's a new tier 9 French tank. He's headed what looks like to be the lighthouse area. That's actually a tank that I'm looking forward to getting soon. The French tanks usually have good speed, but I've heard it's got light armor, which unfortunately is one of the trade-offs. Usually you have to trade armor for speed. I don't know what the gun depression is like on this tank, so the last time I came up here I did not have good gun depression. I'm hoping to solve it on this particular run by going a little bit higher up the mountain. There's a tank right there, but unfortunately I can't see him. Gotta keep on going.
One of our tracks is damaged. We've lost the track. Where did they go?
Gotta keep on going. I hope I'm safe over here. Unfortunately, I don't see any tanks from here. So I'm gonna cautiously move down, hope for the best. Looks like he's not feeling too good. Okay, that solves a lot of my problems. So now he won't be able to spot me. I'll be able to go out here a little bit more safely and spot enemy tanks. Don't see anything. Tank stopped right in front of me. Well, they're spotting tanks and they're out of my range. So that's not good for me. Gotta move to a better position. Well, that's too bad. There was a tank sitting there just waiting to take a shot at me. Mr. Charioteer. Okay, well, that is the Indien Panzer. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below.